Hey, thanks for joining me. Travis from the Knife Joker. Today coming at you with a quick review, well, just a quick view really, of the new Spyderco Atlantic Salt. These new ones coming in at, well, with LC200N steel and at a full flat grind as well, with the new color also. They have been making the Spyderco Atlantic Salt for quite a while. Yeah, quite a while. And you see this black one, that H1 steel, that hollow grind, kind of that classic Spyderco Atlantic Salt. Just rust proof, absolutely rust proof. And they've been making the yellow version as well. That Spyderco H1 steel, completely rust proof, serrated, that hollow grind. And now they're bringing to the table the full flat grind LC200N Atlantic salts. You know, if you're not familiar with Atlantic salt, let's get a measurement on that blade real quick. Just about, well, I don't have the specs here with me, so I'm just going to use my measuring tape. It's about 3.75 or so. Really lightweight. Of course, these salts have no steel inside the handle at all. Just a titanium clip. And yeah, well, all rust-proof materials. So yeah, no steel inside there. Quite obviously, but it is kind of, you know, weird once you get that in hand, if you haven't handled one, to have it no steel inside there. Just get a measurement on one of these. On the weight. Super lightweight. 2.3. Yeah, that's super lightweight for that big of a blade. So yeah, these no tip, safety tip Atlantic salts. Of course, they make the Pacific salt as well, and they did the same thing on the Pacific salt. Just converted it over to LC200N with the full flat grind. Well, not converted it over. I mean, they still make the H1 hollow grind. But yeah, there, well, not to get all confused now, but now we have the Pacific salt out there, and just trying to show that they did the same thing already on the Pacific salt. Of course, the Pacific salt being a little bit bigger, has that tip on it. Just a hair bigger, really, than the Atlantic salt. You know, main difference being that Pacific salt has that tip, Atlantic salt has that safety tip. But yeah, quite a big difference in the grinds now, coming with these, especially on the serrated versions. Well, I think almost all H1 blades do come with that hollow grind. But for a long time, Spyderco's been doing most, generalizing now, most of their serrated edges were on the hollow grind. Not all of them. So yeah, getting a new variety of colors, steels, grinds going. And just to let you know, I got a big mess going there. I mean, bring out that Savor salt. Not too much talked about, but it's kind of similar to the Atlantic salt, a little smaller. I'm gonna bring out that Savor salt just for the heck of it. No, I haven't seen any new green Savor salts. I don't know if they're as popular, just seems like a little less talked about. That's why I laughed when I brought it out, because of course they've done that rescue. They made, well, I don't have any here, Spyderco Rescue, pretty similar to these, and I known a couple of people, they wanted a plain edge Spyderco Rescue, and well, they tell me they're hard to find or something. So now we have that. It's not a rescue, but plain age Atlantic. Pretty darn close to a rescue. That Saver Salt. That's a cool little guy. And let's bring out one more. The Salt. These are smaller. There's that Pacific Salt next to the Salt. Salt 2, I should say. Salt 2. Misspeaking, of course. But yeah, that Salt 2, it'll be coming out, already announced in the LC200N with the full flat grind. So they're kind of doing it across the board there with, seems like all their salt models, or well, at least these salt models. So yeah, this one's not out yet. Otherwise, they'd have a huge mess here of all kinds of knives. Just a real quick video, just threw it together. Sorry I've been so lackadaisical on making videos on the new knives. Man, there's probably at least 6 different videos I should have made today. But anyway, put those salts away. Salt 2 away. They're not coming. Well, I mean, they're coming, but they're not here yet. And, well, Saver Salt, put that away. I don't know if they'll ever do the Saver Salt like these, but they might. So once again, well, there's those Atlantic salts in the completely rust-proof LC200N. I didn't show the inside of those Pacific salts. They have, once again, no steel. Super lightweight. I should measure one of these on the scale as well. That other one, 2.3. A little bigger, I think. Yeah, 2.5. Man, still 2.5 for a blade that big. Crazy. Well, that thing looks like a beast of a cutter. I don't know if you ever have to sharpen that. Well, it depends on how much you use it, but serrated LC200N, yeah, it's gonna hold the edge pretty well. Well, thanks for joining me. Once again, if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. I'll randomly just post out videos. I might do 2 today if I can. I guess I should do the Spyderco Chief today. It is, well, it's Super Bowl Sunday, if you're into that. So maybe I could do that Spyderco Chief a little bit later if time works out for me. See you next time.